Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to our channel, Red Bull Coffee and Crime. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are. I hope it is fantastic. Today, I just had to bring this up. This piece of shit that you are looking at on my screen right now, another daycare murder. This happens way too often. It shouldn't even be happening at all. Um, this monster, Patricia Ann Wick. And you guys, this happened in September. She's 48 years old. Um, she runs an illegal daycare in her home. She doesn't have a license. Anyways, she was arrested for beating a 5-month-old child under her care to death last year. So, according to a sworn affidavit, a probable cause obtained by law and crime officers with the Carrington Police Department at approximately 1:50 p.m. on Saturday, September 26, 2022, responded to a 911 call at a home located in the 400 block of 2nd Street regarding a medical emergency. The dispatcher advised that there was an unresponsive infant on site. Upon arriving at the scene, first responders found a woman performing CPR on a small child. Police took over until an ambulance arrived and transported the child to CHI Medical Center. The infant was later transported via airlift to Sanford Medical Center. The following day, investigators received a medical report stating the child had clearly suffered traumatic head injury and subsequently had a cardiac arrest with likely anoxic brain injury, and that the symptoms would have been visible immediately. These brain injuries are caused by a complete lack of oxygen to the brain. The child died 2 days later after being admitted into SMC. A subsequent autopsy determined that the child's death was a homicide caused by complications of blunt force trauma to the head and neck trauma. In an interview with Wick, the daycare provided, she allegedly told investigators that the victim, identified in court records as Reed, was sleeping on the bed after eating, while 3 other young children were sleeping in the same room when Reed began to cry. Wick said that Reed woke the other child up as well, and she grabbed Reed, laid Reed on a blanket. This is what the affidavit states. Wick then went and got the other child, sat him at the kids' table, got his bib on, and warmed his plate of food up. Wicks said she started to hear RN Reed coughing. Wick went to the living room and saw Reed vomiting. Wick rolled Reed on his side, and Wick said Reed just wasn't there. She claimed that she then struck the child on the back and the butt to try and get a response, and he took a big gasp of air before Wick called the victim's mother, and that was it. However, later in the interview, Wick allegedly said that she moved a then crying victim from the bed to the blanket. She may have put the child down too hard and admitted she was not gentle with him and that she was frustrated with Reed that day. Wick further admitted that the victim had broken his arm while in her care 2 weeks prior, saying that he'd fallen off a swing in her yard. The victim's mother told police Wick did not contact her about the baby's broken arm until she picked him up that day, and that Wick never again inquired as to the victim's well-being. I have so much to say after this. Police later executed a search warrant on Wick's home and found that her swing set was not secured to the ground and could lift while in use. Oh my God. Okay. Before I go into anything else, I want to just, hey Arctic. Um, I, you guys, as a parent, okay, I'm not saying it's the parent's fault, but me, even having 8 children, I have never, ever, ever had to have a babysitter for my kids. Okay. I have had my aunt watch my kids, or my mother in law. Um, this person is running an illegal daycare, which means there's no background, there's no nothing background, there's no, you don't know anything about this woman. And then the fact that she just told you your kid fell off of a swing and broke his arm, she didn't tell you until you picked him up that day, and then you bring him back to the same daycare. I my heart goes out to you. I am so sorry for your loss, but we have to do better. We cannot trust people, anybody these days, anybody. Um, these daycares, even daycares that aren't illegal, how can you trust anybody? There's too much of this going on. While I was going into this, I found another uh, incident that happened at a daycare, but it wasn't an illegal daycare. Um, I just can't. And then okay, so you were frustrated with a child. You were frustrated with the child. You went to go check on the other kids. Instead of putting him on a blanket, which you're saying that you did, but maybe a little too hard, no, that doesn't cause blunt force trauma. You had to have had frustration, and it had to have been done with a lot of force. Um, you could have picked the child up and then you went to the other kids. You have two hands. There, you can multitask. Um, it seemed like maybe she had something against um, the child, because who knows what really happened with the broken arm. But let me go into the other story that I found that happened at the daycare. Another one. It's sickening. We cannot, you guys, as mothers, we should already know. We should know. We we have to do background checks. But even with background checks these days, you never even know. You know, I don't trust anybody. You can't trust anybody. Let me see. Where is this article? I just had it. I just had it. Arctic, what do you think about all of this? I mean, it's disgusting. And if I was ever to use a daycare, okay, if I ever had to, I would have to make sure that it's not an illegal one, you know. I mean, there's supposed to be people that parents can trust, where they should be able to go to work and know that their kids are going to be safe. But I feel even in a daycare that's legit, um, uh, uh-uh, I can't. I can't. Even in schools, just like the video you did the other day of the what was it? The basketball coach, I think. Like, you can't trust teachers. You hold on, let me find this other one. I just wanted to bring these cases up because okay, is this the one? Oh no, but this is daycare worker charge. This is another. Oh my God, there's too many of them. Oh, can't. Hold on, let me find the one I was looking at because there's a lot. There's a lot. Um, Michigan, I think, is this the one?
A mother on a mission filed a lawsuit claim against the state of Indiana.
Anita LaFleur says Trisha's playhouse should have been shut down before her son died there. Kelly Stepinski uncovered new information about the daycare. And Kelly, you've learned more about what the state called 6 serious violations it found at Trisha's playhouse.
Rick, according to a complaint filed with the state, a daycare employee took a child into a back room and beat the child with a belt. The child's parent filed the complaint 5 days before state workers inspected it.
It makes your stomach turn.
Anita LaFleur's Chicago attorney Mark Novak says he's slowly uncovering more information about what happened the day 5-year-old Amarian Williams died from what the coroner calls an accidental hanging at Trisha's playhouse. Novak said
An accidental hanging. Accidental. Oh my God, I cannot, you guys. I don't want to, hold on. I'm going to go back to this because I don't want to get a strike. So I'm going to share this. I'm going to play this video because an accidental hanging.
Says investigators told him 3 other children around the same age were playing outside when it happened. Amarian apparently went down a slide with a jump rope around his neck. The prosecutor says employees Stephanie Johnson and Erica Meriwether were inside, not watching the kids playing outside. Prosecutors charged them and daycare owner Trisha Calvin with involuntary manslaughter and reckless homicide. The prosecutor also says Calvin was not there when Amarian died, but Novak says there were warning signs.
After their inspection on April 21st and detected or learned of these 6 serious violations that the...
This is disgusting. You can't trust any daycares. I don't care if it's, oh, here's another one. I don't care if it's legit. I don't know.
A Johnston daycare owner will spend 10 years in prison for the death of a toddler. Trina Mazza pleaded guilty to negligence of a dependent person back in October after she was initially charged with child endangerment causing death. She was sentenced this morning. Police say Mazza was running an unlicensed daycare in 2019 when a 17-month-old child in her care suffocated in a pack and play. Court records show Mazza called her then husband before calling 911.
Wow.
A daycare on the city's west side back open today after a woman was shot and killed outside of it recently. Charity Kip.
Think any sentence would ever be enough?
The mother of a 4-month-old who overdosed and died from an over-the-counter medicine tonight speaking out after the child care facility's owner is sentenced. Good evening, everyone. At 6 o'clock. I'm Bill Bennett.
And okay, so you guys get the point. There's a lot of daycare deaths. Not blaming on the parents, but parents, please, especially if you know it's an illegal running daycare. If you don't have the money and you're trying to just, get by sending your kids there, your kid's life is worth way more than any amount of money. Oh, you want to go outside? Hold on. This just infuriates me. It's oh my God, I can't. Oh, you were free to come in. I will never understand. Hold on. What, baby? Here now. There you go. It infuriates me. How? Why? Why do these piece of shit decide to get a job just because it's easy and you can make good money because everybody needs a babysitter, everybody needs daycare. But why? If you know that you cannot be patient with your children, with any children, I hope, God forbid, she has her own child. I wonder if she did, how she treated her own child. This is disgusting. There's too much of it. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. it is a daycare where parents are supposed to trust. But the thing is, this one I'm talking about, baby Reed, if my baby would have broke his arm and the daycare people did not call me, this lady on the screen did not call me. She told me when I got there later on, that would have been a huge red flag. And I would have not brought my son back. So that's what I mean by, I know there's too many red flags. People are crazy. Do not do not get a daycare, please. Like, I don't even know. You can't trust family sometimes. You can't trust friends sometimes. Remember that case where the a lady, oh, what was her name? She had a best friend, and her best friend would watch her child for like a couple months while she was working, but she started messaging the mom like, "I can't take your daughter. She's this, she's that." Like talking bad about her child, but she still continued to let her watch her child. And in that situation, it was her best friend. So yeah, you don't think that your best friend's gonna do that, but why trust somebody? There's red flags to everything, and once you see, oh, I can't. You have to have patience to deal with children. I have patience. I'm not patient with others, but I am very patient with my own children. Um, and I do not even. Everybody disciplines differently, but I do not agree with hitting, spanking, any of that. um, my own family's like, you need to discipline, and that's not the right way. The right way, I take stuff, or I have different ways. Ground them, take Xbox, take the phone. But anyways, I can't even hit a child, and imagine I can't imagine this lady or anybody hurting a child. It's sickening. There is a couple of them. Um, I was only gonna go over this one. Look at this one.
Happening now, first at 4, an investigation is underway into the sudden death of a 7-month-old boy at a local daycare. Eyewitness News reporter Addie Wahardo has been trying to get answers all day. And Addie, do we know how the baby died?
Gotta pause it a little so I don't get, Oh my God, a babysitter also sentenced to 15 years. Ugh.
Well, Dad, right now we talked to the medical examiner, and the answers to that could take months or more to get. As you can imagine, the family is grieving and wants answers now. Here's what we've been able to find out so far. It was Monday morning when baby Carter's parents dropped him off at our Little Hopes and Dreams Christian Learning Center on Callahan Road, according to the police report.
And you guys, this is a legal daycare, just like the other one that I just played. This one's a legal one.
When daycare workers checked on Carter in his crib, he wasn't breathing. They called 911 and tried to revive him, but it was too late. Baby Carter was pronounced dead at Methodist Children's Hospital. I spoke with a close family friend on the phone, Crystal Sandoval. She tells me Carter had only been going to that daycare for about 2 weeks. Now, I did reach out to the family, but they did not want to go on camera. Carter's dad did tell me they are working with Texas child care investigators just this morning. Now, here's what Carter's mom posted on Facebook. Unfortunately, yes, that was my green-eyed Carter. I'm not okay. I'm broken. Everyone knows how much I love and am obsessed with my kids. Now, I reached out to the daycare, and the owner tells me they are devastated and praying for that family. But she didn't want to say anything more than that. Now, we checked the records and learned the daycare received its permit back in 2015. Since then, there have been 17 different times that investigators have gone out there, and the most recent report done in July says that there have been no problems reporting at this daycare, but that report is still pending. Now, a GoFundMe has been set up for Carter's family with funeral expenses. Carter's funeral is set for this Sunday at Castillo Mission Funeral.
Home visitation is from 3 to 9. Reporting.
It's really sad. It is really sad. I want to go out. I want to listen to this one as well. Oh,
Carol, imagine a babysitter that hurt a child on purpose, and not just one child, but several. That's what parents of some tiny victims told a judge today, asking for a long sentence for Alexis Sexton for the pain she caused their families. Robert Gann says his 14-month-old grandson, Noah Philhauer, will never be able to heal from the injuries he received when he was intentionally dropped by 19-year-old Alexis Sexton.
He had brain swelling, he had blood on his brain, he had 3 broken ribs.
Gans now has custody of the boy and told the judge to show no mercy on the woman who preyed on innocent children.
I just want her to receive the maximum amount you can give for what she's done. It's not fair to him to have something for the rest of his life.
The boy's mom cried as she talked about his injuries.
She took it away from me almost. They said that if she would have dropped him on his head and still left, it would kill him.
Others told the judge Sexton's actions are unforgivable. Kayla Lennon says Sexton fractured 3 of her daughter's fingers as they rode together in the same car.
And I do ask that she gets punished and that justice is served for the children who don't have a voice. I would like to apologize to all my victims. I am truly sorry. I wish them nothing but the best in the future. Your Honor, all I really want is to get help.
At her sentencing, Sexton spoke.
ah, bullshit. You fucking intentionally did it. You fucking cunt. Sorry, but not sorry. Let's look at. Let's look at the other one. Sorry, now I'm getting into this whole. Something needs to be done. This is ridiculous. This is really sad. Oh. No. Wait, Tennessee woman charged with the aggravated rape and murder. Oh, God.
5.
Molly Jane Rowe faced a judge this morning on charges she sexually abused and murdered her boyfriend's baby. The case shocked the Mid-South and devastated members of the victim's family. Action News 5's Ben Watson is back from Crockett County with this story tonight.
Ms. Rowe, you've been laying on charge of first-degree murder and aggravated rape child.
Molly Jane Rowe made her court appearance on a video monitor. The courtroom was packed with her family members as well as relatives of the infant who died.
They got a lot of anger built up and also a lot of hurt built up.
Philip Murley Jr. is the child's father. Rowe was his girlfriend. Investigators say Rowe was angry with Murley when she threw the infant hard enough to cause brain damage. Jessica Liddy is a friend.
Another thing, it's not just day. All right, I am back. My cats keep disconnecting my computer, but yeah, if you guys don't stop jumping from woman to woman or man to man, having kids, not knowing anything about these people's backgrounds, and bringing your kids around them, trusting them to watch your kids, please stop doing that. It's not okay. That was disgusting what I just heard. A woman raped and abused her boyfriend's child. Let me try to go back and find that. This was going to be a short live, but now I'm finding all this shit and it just disgusts me. It really does. Like, if me and my husband were ever to split, which, it's never going to happen, but I would never even have anyone else and it would just be me and my kids, and I will never understand these women or these men that just jump into these relationships, and it's usually the step parent or the boyfriend or the girlfriend that murders. When will people start learning? I can't find it. But yeah, I just wanted to go over this case because it was in September that it happened, and it's just now, she's just now being charged and all of that. I hope she gets life. I believe it was intentional, and she said that she got frustrated and she might have put the baby down hard. You murdered a child and you were running an illegal daycare. It's not okay. Parents, please, please. I know we have to have, if you don't have a choice, you have to have daycare, somebody to watch your kids so you can make a living. But make sure you do a background. And sometimes it doesn't even really matter. People are just screwed up. Or if you have a close family member that you could trust, you know, try to do your best to get somebody to watch them. So that was the case of this piece of shit lady. And I hope she gets a life sentence. She deserves it. I think anybody that kills a child deserves to die themselves. But um, yeah, okay, sorry, I'm looking at all this other crap. Um, Everybody have a great rest of the day. I will be doing a little bit more, just here and there. Kitty, like it's climbing my freaking curtains. Oh my god, what is wrong with y'all today? Oh, come here. Holy crap. Please be kind to one another, whether it is, anywhere. Just it doesn't hurt to brighten somebody's day. Say hi to them, you know, give them a compliment. It could really help somebody out. You never know what somebody's going through. Um, Please like these videos as well. It helps bring awareness to these cases, and maybe somebody that is looking for a daycare or a babysitter will see this video and think, oh, I need to make sure I do my research and I watch out for red flags. Um, so yeah, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. And if you haven't subscribed to Arctic Fox True Crime, please do that as well, along with checking convictions. And I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.